Welcome to Kumba Software's DPAA tutorials. This tutorial is about managing trash that DPAA creates when you delete objects in files using the DataPower Administrator's Assistant. So be sure to set your video playback to high definition, and though some visual details of DPAA might have changed since this video was created, the functionality will be the same. So there's an icon it doesn't really matter what you have selected here. I don't need to select appliances or domains of any kind. There's an icon on the toolbar that says Manage Trash. We will also find it under File, Manage Trash. It's a generally available option that you can pull up wherever you are in DPAA. So when I pull up the Manage Trash screen, if throughout time I have been deleting a lot of different objects, then DPAA has been keeping up with what I've been deleting. And so it lists where or what appliance, what domain, what object type, and what object name has been deleted. This includes things like files and objects and all kinds of things that we may have been deleting. Now, the quick way to restore any object that's in the trash is that we can just turn on the Restore checkbox. And when we do this, we have the ability to restore this item. But one note should be made that in many different places within DPAA, there's an option to synchronize selections. So it could be that when I deleted this item from this appliance, that I might have deleted it from multiple appliances, and we might find both of those objects in the trash. And in this case, we in fact do. We have this object down here, and notice it's already selected. And that's because I had the synchronize selection turned on. So we can restore both of these objects, and as you can see, they're both the same type. They came from the same named domain, but from different appliances. The convenience here is if you deleted them, more than likely you did delete them from more than one appliances, and if you need to restore them, you can restore them back into the original locations in an easier way by not having to select each individual instance. Imagine I have pink appliances. We don't want to have to hunt down certainly look at it and see. DPAA takes care of that for you. I can fire ways, turn this off and turn this one off, and this one will stay selected. If I can come back and I can turn this on, it will turn back on and leave and light back my car. The one right after it, if I turn it on, and this one doesn't turn on because I'm no longer synchronizing my selections. Now that I have these objects selected, I don't have to select them screen-wise. I just have there to restore them. I can restore the marked objects from the trash. And then these objects are re-imported back to their original locations. And to prove this, I can go into these two appliances. You can already see there's a change in the delete demo domain. If I select long label and search for the word delete, it's a convenience because there are so many, we can see that I have two objects I've restored from the trash. They are new in the convict state because In the minds of DataPower, these are new objects. I can save and persist this back, and now I had these objects back to normal in a saved state within these appliances. If I return to trash, we can see that those objects are no longer in the trash. So DPAA restored them back to their original locations and removed them from trash. Other things that we can do is we can mark some items, synchronized or not, and we can say, you know what, I may never want to delete or restore these objects. So we have the ability, like in many other systems, to permanently remove things from the trash. So I can delete marked. And what this will do is it will restore anything to the appliances or touch the appliances. It just deletes these objects from the trash. So now I don't have those objects in the trash anymore. I've decided I'm going to permanently delete those objects. Files that we've been deleting are also found in the trash with the exceptions, and they're obvious exceptions, like certificates and keys and things that might be located on a hardware security module. But if I select a couple of files to restore, I can restore these files as well. I get confirmation on everything I'm doing, and again it restored those files and moved them out of the trash. So if I go back to Files and I select the XSL directory, there's my files, and these files are perfectly good. If I select them to open them, we can see that the contents of those files are intact. So these were the state of those files when they were deleted from the appliances. The last thing that we need to show you is the ability to just simply empty to the trash. Over time, these objects will build up, and there will be many, many objects and from many domains, from many appliances, and at some point, you might want to go empty the trash. And that's as simple as selecting the button, and of course, it's going to warn you, and if you select yes, then trash is emptied, and we no longer have any trash. That's all we have for this video. If you want to learn more, go out to www.kumbasoft.com. Go to the Features and Tutorials page and learn all about all the other options you have available using the DataPower Administrator's Assistant. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.